Hello students, good morning to everyone. Welcome back to our online session. In today's session, we will see what is foreign key and then we start a relational constraints. But before start, I'm going to revise the last sessions of this unit. Like in this unit, you have studied about schema. What is schema? Please recall the schema, that its overall logical design of the database is called the database schema. A database schema is the skeleton structure that represents the logical view of the entire database. And also it defines how the data is organized and how the relations among them are associated. Schema is, in short, you can say the structure or outline or a plan of database which is specified at the time of database design. After that, we have seen that types of schema, physical database schema, logical database schema, and view, that is called as a sub-schema. Physical database schema designed at the physical level, then logical database schema designed at the logical level, and view database schema is designed at the view level. Then sub-schema is nothing but it is a subset of the schema and inherits the same property of that schema. After that, we had seen that instance is nothing but time period. It is a snapshot of data in the database at given instant in time. Every time we update the value of the data item in the record, that time one state of the database changes into another state is nothing but database instance. Then you all have studied about relational database consists of collection of tables, each of which is assigned a unique name. For example, we have taken faculty table, which stores information about faculty like ID, name, department name, and salary. Then the another one table is about courses, which includes information about courses like course ID, title, department name, credits. Likewise, different examples we have seen. Then next one is entity integrity and referential integrity. But before starting entity integrity and referential integrity, we have seen what is data integrity. It is the maintenance of and the assurance of the accuracy and consistency of data. It refers the correctness and completeness of data in the database. Then there are two types of data integrity, that are entity integrity and referential integrity. What is that entity integrity? Entity integrity ensures that there are no duplicate records within the table and that the field that identifies each record within the table is unique and never null. And after that, referential integrity is nothing but to ensure that the value that appears in one relation for given set of attributes also appears in the certain set of attributes in another relation. This condition is called as a referential integrity. It refers to the accuracy and consistency of data within a relationship. Now we will continue with the foreign key. Let's start foreign key. What is foreign key? You all are aware about foreign key. Foreign keys are the columns of the table that points to the primary key of another table. They act as a cross-reference between the tables. Foreign key is one of the table points to primary key in another table. Remember this sentence. Foreign key is one table points to the primary key of another table. It can accept multiple null and duplicate values. The foreign key constraint also prevents invalid data from being inserted into the foreign key column because it has to be one of the values contained in the table it points to. For example, here is the example of foreign key concept. Here you can see the example like the department number column in employee table is foreign key as it points the primary key of the student table. Here remember one thing, if you want to know foreign key, then you have to know the concept of primary key. Now what is primary key? The attribute, that is column or combination of attributes which uniquely identifies each tuple, that is row of a table, is called as a primary key. Are you getting the concept of primary key? What is the answer of the primary key? It is the column that is one of the attribute or combination of attribute which uniquely identifies each row, that is tuple of the relation, that is table, is called as primary key. Primary key cannot contain duplicate or null values. Most tables should have primary key and each table can have only one primary key. Here remember that each table have only one primary key. For example, if the table is of student record, then the roll number column uniquely identifies each row of the table. That's why here roll number is the primary key for the student record. Now in the given example, here are two tables like employee relation is there and department relation is there. Now in employee table there are various attributes like employee number, employee name, salary and department number. And now in the department table the attributes are department number, department name and department location. As I said, foreign key are the columns of the table that points to the primary key of the another table. That's why here in the employee relation or in the employee table, the foreign key is department number. Now that column, that is department number of the table, points to the primary key of another table. Now in the department relation, the primary key is department number column. That's why here the foreign key department number of the table employee that points to the primary key of department table. That is department number is work as a primary key for department table and department number work as a foreign key for the employee table. This is all about the foreign key concept. Here let's check the following. SQL creates a foreign key on department number column when the employee table is created. When you want to create employee table, at that time the department number column act as a foreign key. Then how to create that SQL foreign key? Here the example is given, that is SQL create table employee, and that in that various attributes like employee number, employee name, salary, then department number. These are the various attributes of the table employee. Now the employee number is in the number. What are the data types for that attributes? Like employee number should be in number, then employee name is in character, then salary is in number and department number is also is in number. Then how much size of data type is required? That employee number should be at 10 numbers, includes 10 numbers. Then employee name is of varchar, that is includes 20 characters. Then salary is of is in number, includes 10 numbers, and then department number also includes 10, size of 10 numbers. Then primary key, creating a primary key, that is primary key of the above table is employee number. Now how to create foreign key? Foreign key bracket department number, it references to the department number. That's why references is used to create a foreign key which work as a primary key of another table. Here note that the department number column is the employee table points to the department number column in the department table. The department number column in the department table is the primary key in the department table. The department number column is the employee table is the foreign key in the employee table. This is what the SQL creates a foreign key on the department number column when the employee table is created. Now we will start relational constraints. That what is constraints? Constraints are nothing but conditions that must hold all valid relation states. In short, you remember only constraints are nothing but conditions. Integrity constraints is a mechanism used to prevent invalid data entry into the table. It means that you are enforcing some conditions on the attributes. SQL constraints are used to specify rules for the data in the table. This ensures the accuracy and reliability of data in the table. If there is any violation between the constraint and the data action, the action is aborted. In the given slide, you can see the hierarchy of integrity constraints. Integrity constraints have three types: domain constraint, entity constraints, and referential constraints. After that, domain constraints having two types: not null, then check integrity constraints. Then after that, entity integrity constraint contains two types: primary key constraint and unique constraint. And now referential integrity is classified into only one type, that is foreign key. Already you have studied about entity integrity and referential integrity. You all are aware about the definitions of entity integrity and referential integrity. As I said, entity integrity ensures that there are no duplicate records within the table and that the field that identifies each record within the table is unique and never null. And referential integrity is to ensure that value that appears in one relation for a given set of attributes also appears in the certain set of attributes in another relation. This is called as a referential integrity. Referential integrity refers to the accuracy and consistency of data within a relationship. That's why I said that you all are aware about entity integrity and referential integrity, and in the referential integrity, foreign key is the type of referential integrity. Now foreign key already we have studied, but we will see in detail in the next session. Here remember that types of integrity constraints are three types: domain integrity constraint, entity integrity constraint, and referential integrity constraint. In the next session we will see each type in detail. Thank you so much.